Alright,
All right. So here we are.
here we are. So I've been doing a little bit more reading since our last attempted live stream.
Yeah.
And it turns out that the first two pictures actually were out before, but it's the third one that's like the new. But I've never seen any of them before, but I guess some people, and maybe it was a subscribers only thing, but the first two concept art pictures were already out. Now the third one was the one that was kind of intriguing me the most, and we had started talking about the ship in the background that looked like a cross between a freelancer and Avenger.
Yeah.
I haven't found anything new about that, but there it is. It's very sleek though.
Wait a second. The one that I have up.
No, the third one.
All right.
The
Yeah.
one with
This
the
ship in the
cutlass.
background. The ship in the background. What kind of ship is that?
That's the thing, we don't know.
Hmm. Another pirate ship, maybe, huh?
It could be. Doesn't look well. Like I said, I mean, you can't really tell. I mean, maybe the different companies are all going to have different unique perspectives and design styles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the um, the Drake
Triptych.
Industries cutlass
Triptych says
and the
Star Citizen. I mean, but I don't. Triptych. That's all I see. That's all I see is that you said Star Citizen. I mean. You mean what? I don't know. And then
I don't see him having posted earlier, so I don't know.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then A. Escova
Um,
says he's going to be working among sharks, crocodiles, and other deadly creatures. Sounds kind of
oh, he's
scary.
heading to Costa Rica. Yeah,
Sharks are cool. I don't know about crocodiles, though.
yeah,
They
that'd
get
be
you.
interesting to see all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Pretty cool stuff. Alright, anyways.
Yeah,
These
so looking at
ships.
that ship, it doesn't have any visible turrets. The engine pylons, those little triangle box things. Maybe we're reading way too much into this
Yeah.
concept art stuff. I mean, it's a ship that might not even exist or might never exist. It's just something they sketched out to throw in the background to throw people off. I don't know.
Right.
But, yeah.
Let's see if anybody's talking about it on the forums.
And yeah, the one ship in the hangar there looks like a constellation. But
The first one?
that's first one I thought was the. I'm kind of confused. I don't know the
Oh,
ship
this
that
one right
well.
here.
The second one.
Yeah. Yeah, the second one, that one's definitely a constellation. Yeah.
Just that nose and the blood glass area and stuff like that.
Right.
Then, yeah. Anyway, what else? Oh, yeah. So I found. I'll link it again. I found this thing in the forums about 3D printed models of the ships.
Hang on, my dogs are
Now,
going crazy. Hang on.
um, one of the interesting things about this is that, I mean, it looks great. The guy's obviously done a lot of work on it, but the guy can't sell it because obviously it's like the rights of um, the company that, Cloud Imperium. He will have to edit this part out for content if he's going to upload it to YouTube. he had a bigger follower base, I'd play a cruel and unusual trick on.
Alright, I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. So I just linked into the chat a link about 3D printed models of. In this case, it's specifically about the Cutlass. Now, the picture or the models and stuff like that are obviously like scratch built. The guy did it himself. I don't know how he got, if he could extract something from CryEngine and the models in the game and then create a CAD drawing out of that, or how he did that. I didn't read that much about the article. But the kind of annoying thing is that you can't find them because it's all trademark property of Cloud Imperial Games, and it's one of those copyright things that it's fine if you just make it yourself and it's a one-off, but it's a problem if you start selling them. So he said he has no intention of selling them without rights and rules and everything else, but it looks really freaking cool.
Yeah, it does. You posted a link to it already?
Yeah. I put it in the chat of the Twitch, but I'll send it to you again.
Send me a link, Haskova. Sounds interesting enough. And I suppose I'll see you around. Damn those internet snowstorms. Damn those snowstorms. Internet signals.
It also says later on in the thread that there was something about models being available for some of the ships for like the high level, like the admiral level. Guy or wow, I'm really drawing a blank. There we go. So the people that were part of the Kickstarter and the initial crowdfunding, that I think it was like Rear Admiral and higher, or Admiral and higher, something like that, they were all able to get a model of their choice of one of the ships or something or other. I don't know.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned something about it in the threads, so that's why. So
it's pretty awesome.
Like some stuff available. There might be models, something like this, available later on.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Pretty freaking cool. I'm just showing my Cutlass now.
Nice.
I saw that model and it was like, wow, that's a really cool looking model.
It's funny whenever you reference your stream and like, oh, this picture. It's like, well, I'll know in about 10 seconds. I'm a little behind you. It's all good though.
Yeah, damn Twitch delay.
One of the things we wanted to talk about that we talked about a little bit before we were really questioning what it was all about, the Drake Herald. That was the ship name. I found this out. So that's the ship that is potentially involved with the data transfer and being able to ship information. And basically, it's only a small little paragraph.
That's the most recent ship, right?
No. Well, it might be. It was at the announcement of the $35 million mark. I just linked it in the chat of Twitch.
Nice.
But basically, you have to scroll down about halfway or something like that. But all it is that the Drake Herald is a that's designed to be small, armored, and able to get places very quickly.
Super fast, right?
Yeah, with data encryption and advanced armored computer cores and stuff like that, and also some sort of like a self-destruct on the information, or maybe on the computer core it has some sort of self-destruct on it, so that if somebody tries to board the ship, you can destroy the information.
Very interesting.
But yeah, I'm.
It sounds like a ship that I'm gonna want. It sounds like it'll be fun, you know. I hope it's got like a few teeth, at least.
Well, yeah, I'm not.
It said
sure
armored.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
armor just means defenses. It doesn't mean, or plating, armor plating. It doesn't necessarily mean weapons. But
Yeah, but if you're
I'm
armored, you
interested-
figured you'd have a few weapons at least. So
But then you might end up with something like a 300i where it's got a few token weapons on it, but you're not actually going to take it into a fight.
right. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, a 300i isn't that bad. I mean, a 300i is probably more maneuverable than the Cutlass.
Right.
I don't know about
Wait,
faster.
whoa. I don't know about if it's more maneuverable than the Cutlass.
Well, it's smaller and lighter.
Yeah, but
So-
the Cutlass is supposed to be like the most maneuverable ship. Not the quickest, but the most maneuverable.
Well, maybe.
That was
Oh.
like straight from RSI.
Really?
Oh yeah. Come on.
I'm not saying I don't believe you. I'm just saying I look at the stats for the 300i.
That was the whole reason that I got the Cutlass. It's because it's supposed to be the most maneuverable. It's got like the highest amount of thrusters or something like that.
Oh, that could be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just looking at this information board. Now, I was watching the video on the economy,
Yeah.
and Chris Roberts didn't outrightly say anything, but he did kind of hint in a way that information wouldn't just pass through jump points easily.
Right.
And so I'm thinking that's part of the reason why the Drake Herald, like if it's sensitive information, you don't want to just like send it on a remote drone or something like that, or a probe. Because I'm assuming that once the jump point has been plotted, there's like a near 100% success rate of anybody being able to fly the jump point. But once the jump point is first being explored, and you don't actually know that it works yet, that's when there's all the risk. But if it's true that once you get that high level of security with the jump point, then you should be able to just send unmanned ships through there or little probes or whatever to send information back and forth. How they plan on doing that, I don't know. Oh! You spun it.
I saw that. That was a few seconds ago for me.
So yeah, I'm interested to see how that happens. But anyway, the comment that Chris Roberts made was something along the lines of, the factory's going to say, oh, well, I need 10 tons worth of metal and a ton of explosive and a ton of electronics and this, that, and the other thing. And then he says, depending on how things spread out and how the information gets out to various people, they're going to be able to pick how they choose to, accept this contract, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it was and maybe I'm overanalyzing it, but it was just the wording that he said about how, they're depending on how the information gets out, depending on how people choose to accept it. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I agree. It's going to be very, very interesting.
I had 5 ads go in a row, so I cannot hear or see you.
He cannot or he could not?
Could. I guess it's fixed now.
Hope so.
You can at least see the chat anyway. That was chat.
The stream should be working. Thank you, Flurryman, for following. You demand.
So yes, the new video is out.
Oh yeah. Let's post that, shall we? Oh damn it. Very good.
So do you have access to that channel?
Yes, I run that channel. That's I created that channel. Yeah. That was my idea. This is all my idea.
I should get you to create a character, or I could create the character and give you a script or something, and we should come up together with something for another interview with somebody else.
Yes, I agree. I agree completely.
I can
Man,
definitely bring
I
the
could-
old
I
instructor
could-
voice, radio
I
announcer
could-
voice.
I could attempt a little bit of acting. Maybe.
You don't don't even like even just use your own voice isn't a problem. It's just like I can only do like different voices so much before they
Right.
sound really cheesy.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do fake accents and stuff like that, but that's not legitimate. Like, it doesn't sound like another real person. I'm not that good of a voice actor.
Yeah. Well, if
Yeah, that's
any,
one
if
thing which is
anybody,
my voice.
if any voice actors watch this, or if any actors, or if any video editors, if anybody watches this and wants to help, really, just message me. We can use everybody, anybody who wants to help. All right,
Yeah, just like
Chav Hunter says it's fixed now.
okay. That's always.
It's tough.
Yeah, well, it's just like my line in, or at the end. It's just like the line that I have at the end of the interview. You know, you don't need to have your own ship to be a part of history.
Yeah, it's excellent. It is excellent.
That actually comes from a quote that I read a long time ago on a forum, Warbird Information Exchange, actually, I think it was from. But basically, fighter pilots make headlines, bomber pilots make history, crew chiefs make it happen.
It's true.
And there's a lot of glitching when you ran into those canisters.
Yes, there was. You
That's
get stuck over the top of them and shit sometimes, man.
Oh
Yeah.
So yeah, I can do this grumbled voice a little bit more, but there's only so much you can do. Like if I really wanted to, I could do a bit of a Scottish accent. But the problem with my Scottish is that sometimes I kind of veer off a little bit. It doesn't sound quite legit.
I actually know a Scottish guy that would help us do a video if we ever wanted to.
That's cool.
You could do like
But
one pirate voice, and he could do like a different pirate voice, and it would be really fucking badass too.
Yar, we be in it for the booty.
Yeah, and then he'd have his Scottish accent, you know, doing his pirate voice.
Well, the pirate is different than the Scottish a little bit. Some of it, the grumble is kind of there, but
pirates can have all accents. There was
yeah.
Asian pirates, you know, there's African pirates.
Yeah. Although I don't know how to do an English pirate. Like, I don't know how to sound civilized and noble born, but yet still have a
Yeah.
pirate accent.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know either.
Yeah, I mean, I can, if nothing else, I'll keep doing the actual interview side of things.
The actual what now?
The interview, like the interviewer, like be myself. Well, sort of myself. No, I'm not exaggerating myself too much. I just kind of throw on the radio announcer voice.
It's really good. No, it's really good, man. All the stuff was really good.
I've had a little bit of practice of it. Of course, I'm a pilot, so I talk on the radio. It's just normal for me. That's nothing.
I wish I had an announcer voice. I just have a stoner voice. Oh my gosh, did I just say that? Anyways. Yeah. What? What was that?
I'm still looking for it. I haven't seen anything. Like, I've been looking around the website. I haven't as far as like models of ships and stuff like that.
As far as what?
Models of the ships.
People are doing drawings and selling drawings.
Yeah, no, I meant from like Cloud Imperium themselves. Like they've got the USB
Hey, look.
stick.
Hey, say hi to Geo Azul. What's up, Geo? Make sure you follow me, man. I stream every day. Every day. Enjoy my fleet. Consortium of planets, yo. We pirates. Yeah, for the fork. But we're also pirates. Yeah. Gonna kill people, take their shit. After Pitchfork, you know.
Well, that was one of the things I wanted to talk about too, was Operation Pitchfork. Of course, we always want to talk about Operation Pitchfork. But one of the things that I was reading about it, there's actually like the primary objective is, of course, we want to get back to Orion. But one of the other things we want to try and do is try and capture a manufacturing ship for Vanduul fighters.
Wait, what? Capture a manufacturing ship
Yeah, so
for Vanduul
I'm
fighters? Really?
yeah, I'm assuming, like, of course, this is all a bunch of ifs, but you know, if they have shipyards that are mobile, now
Where did
one
you
of the
read? Where did you read this?
it was on the Pitchfork website. I'll find it again. Um, yeah, so I was reading a few things about the Vanduul and like Pitchfork operation and stuff like that. Now, the Vanduul, I guess, are very nomadic in the sense in that they're always moving around, or at
Yes.
least encounters with them have been very like wherever their core planets might be, we've just never gotten that
They're
far.
like the freaking Borg, man. They're like the Borg.
Well, except the Borg have places where they just kind of hang out from time to time. They don't. Yeah, they're more nomadic. But
Borg are pretty nomadic. I don't know. I don't know.
Mandarin. There we go. So one of the things I was reading was about the different proposals and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and basically the idea that getting to Orion will be great, but in order to secure Orion, we have to secure other stuff and make sure we have this, that. And he actually had a pretty good layout of the whole thing. One of the things they were talking about was this Vanduul, production facility, trying to capture one of those. Now, I think it'd be great if we could get our hands on something like that. But the catch is, once we capture it, then what? I mean, obviously we've got to bring it back to more secure space. But who's going to be in control of it? I mean, no matter who's in control of it, they're probably going to charge ridiculous prices for ships coming off the line. But
I don't know. I don't know. I don't see. I don't know how that would work. It sounds like a dream. It sounds like a crazy dream.
Well, I
Capturing.
mean, in theory, all we'd need to do, we wouldn't even need to capture an actual manufacturing ship. All we
Have
would
the
need to do.
developers said that this is part of something that they're planning, or
No,
is this?
this is something that's just coming from the forums. Um, this is the guy talking about the alternate plans of how to get in and what to take care of.
Huh.
But now some of this is all based off of lore that I don't know. But
Yeah.
basically, there's people that obviously know more about the Vanduul than I do that know, where I guess they have their bases, their stronger bases and stuff like that. And one of the things they have is a base in the Tybal system, and that's one of the ones that's right next to Orion. And it's believed that the Tybal system is actually one of their strong points where they actually keep a lot of stuff. So as soon as we get into Orion, we should be expecting them to come from Tybal or Tiber. Sorry, Tiber system.
Tiber, we have to go there before we go to Orion, right? Is that what you
We
just?
don't have to. There is another path, but it takes us through the Null system. And the thing about the Null system is that it's like a pirate's haven. Now,
I see.
because basically the Null system, the Null system is basically the system where there's an asteroid field and a star, but no planets, or at least no habitable planets. And as a result, it's kind of just an abandoned system. Nobody really goes there,
And it
except
was
there's
from,
like,
there was like a supernova or something, right?
yeah, it could be
There's
something like
there's
that.
there's no star there, or
Well, the star's there, but it's really unstable or something.
okay, yeah, that's a different one then.
Um, but one of the other things I read about it was that there would be a pirate presence there because it's not a system that's of any use to the military or the civilized government.
Yeah,
So if that's the case, if there's a lot of pirates hanging around in there, and then we try and use that as one of our main logistics points to get in and out of the Vanduul territory, we're just asking for trouble. Now, if as part of Operation Pitchfork we invade this system and take it over, and then destroy or occupy all of those different asteroid bases and everything else, well, that's a little different. Now we've got home bases a little bit closer to the front lines.
yeah,
But the problem is the attrition to be able to even take over those kind of bases and stuff like that. Because then you got to think of, well, if we're going to take over all these different bases, we're going to spend more time just dealing with trying to get all these other systems secured before we even touch the Vanduul. And then by that point, how much of our resources is going to be spent. So
yeah. I'm not sure if it'll work quite like that. Honestly,
I mean,
it all depends on the mechanics of what the developers allow, really.
yeah. Here's a link to the star map. Now, depending on where we organize and where we rally, if we were to start in the Vega system or the Garon system, then we could choose to jump into, say, Virgil or Tiber, which is Vanduul territory. Or we could go through the Null system, which then takes us to Caliban and then Orion. Now, I don't know anything about Caliban. I don't know anything about Tiber. I don't know anything about Virgil.
Is this
So
a legit map?
I'm assuming so. I mean, it's popped up. Like, I've seen this map linked from different people a couple different times.
Uh,
And it actually, if you hover your mouse over some of these markers, like at the null system, it actually specifically talks about different parts of the null system. And yeah, I guess there's a human trafficking ring going on in this system. And there's an unknown system, number 31, right next to it.
it's pretty crazy all the stuff that's been done on this map.
Oh yeah.
It's impressive.
Yeah, somebody's done a lot of work on that. Now, I don't know. This might be straight from
Well, yeah, it looks like a lot of it looks like a lot of the stuff is straight from
Cloud Imperium.
right.
Yeah.
And then you see
Although,
some of them are unnamed and unlabeled.
yeah. What I'm curious about, though, is if you look over on the right side, kind of central, but on the right side, there's a system called Terra. I'm curious as to why there's a system called Terra when Terra, I think, is like Latin or something for Earth. I don't know.
I don't see that.
Do you see the Killian system, Goss system, Hades?
I think Terra is the new capital, but it's not the official capital. But there's like a faction inside the UEE that want it to be the new capital. And it's this whole big political mess. Yeah, it's the cause of a lot of division amongst the UEE itself. But I don't see Terra on here. Where do you see it?
it's like if you go to the right side of the map, it's still in UEE territory, but it's kind of like if you see Odin or Baker.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, yeah, I see. I gotcha. I see now.
I don't know, I just thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, like if you notice, look at the location compared to Seoul. You see, Seoul is like it's the center of an area, but when you look at Terra, it's the center of a large, like a more condensed and larger area.
Yeah.
So there's been like this. Yeah, I read the whole lore from like all that part. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. There's been like attempts by people to like split the UEE, cause civil war, and take over. It's pretty
Well, and
interesting
there was,
lore. Really
yeah.
interesting lore, actually.
Well, there was talk about that basically the game or the UEE is set up to fail within like months or a year of the game going live. Like they've actually set it up as part of the game that the game is the game's not going to fail, but the UEE is supposed to collapse.
Possibly, possibly.
Well, yeah, I guess it's all possible, but even like a Wingman's hangar, there was comments made by either the Wingman or one of the guys there saying something about, yeah, we're setting it up so that things can happen, and it's going to be interesting.
It is going to be very interesting. What's up, Eat28D? What's up, man? Welcome back. Our rank is slowly rising again. Our organization.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Man, there's so many of them now. There's so many. In the beginning, I was like, oh yeah, we could be top 200. Now I'm like, no, we could be top 2,000 maybe. I think that's how many there are. It's fucking crazy. No, we could do better than that, I think. Just need to get some more people in there. Once people can get in there and do the dogfighting module with us, I think it'll get a lot more interesting.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people are waiting for with this.
Yeah.
Simply because the game, I mean, don't get me wrong, the hangar's cool. But,
Yeah.
you kind of run around the hangar for 10 or 20 minutes, and it's like, okay, I'm done.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, there's only so much you can do and talk about. But we got 9 people in here. I just can't see all their names. I think a lot of them are guests.
It could be.
Like, look at this fish tank. How boring.
Yeah. I'm interested, like, I want to know what that ship is. It looks like...
Which, oh, the one in the
Retaliator. Yeah, in the last picture of the concept art. I mean, it is
Could
kind of like a Retaliator.
Could it be a Retaliator?
The Retaliator has more angles to it. Let me look it up. Because if I remember correctly...
Maybe it's a ship. Maybe it's just a ship we don't know about yet.
Well, that's what I'm thinking it is.
Yeah.
Because when I was looking at the Retaliator, it looked like it had a lot of angles to it. Like it has vertical and horizontal stabilizers and stuff like that give it a bit of an edge. It's sleek-ish, but it's not as sleek as, like, say, an Avenger.
Right. Yeah,
Also,
I don't know. I don't know, honestly. It's a few possibilities, I suppose. We'll have to wait and see. I'm excited about the asteroid hangar, I know that much.
Yeah, me too.
Seriously stoked.
I don't know if there's much interaction from people as we have in other streams. Usually people are asking us questions by now.
Yeah, the weekends are a lot better for Star Citizen. This new schedule is probably throwing people off. It's a little later in the day too than I wanted to do it, I wanted to do it earlier, but my freaking
Wait a minute,
computer
there's
overheated.
actually a schedule? You've always told me that there's never a schedule.
Yeah, not for Star Citizen, but there is for Nova Saturno, and I try to
Yeah.
work Star Citizen somewhere near that, but today got all messed up.
Yeah, whatever it was. I guess you overheated your computer or whatever.
Yeah, my processor's like
Although actually,
gonna melt one of these days.
well, I was watching my temps, and then yeah, I had problems with my computer, and I took it in, and it was still under warranty, and it turned out that when they built my computer, that the heatsink wasn't like all the way properly on my processor, so it was overheating. And it
Really?
was shutting my computer off. Yeah.
Oh
So,
wow.
but when I took it in, they just kind of looked at it and they wiggled it a little bit, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is too loose," and then they made some adjustments. Good to go.
Yeah, I have a feeling that I have a similar problem because it's I've had to reapply the thermal paste a few times now, and it's always looks like there's little air pockets in there, so something ain't right. Had to look into it when I get the chance. But I think that's it for tonight for Star Citizen. I might stream some League of Legends or something here in a little bit.
I'll play some League with you.
Perhaps,
Or Portal.
or Portal,
Although I think we should say
perhaps.
Portal. We can actually like announce it and then say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do this at a certain time and a certain day." I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah, we'll do it one of these days. One of
Did
these
that guy send you the
days.
monitor?
No, the guy did not send me the monitor. How would he send me the monitor? He never got my address or anything. But that's cool, man. That's come on. No, I don't need a monitor. One monitor's fine for
Well,
now.
if you're having heat issues, then you don't need another monitor.
Yeah, exactly.
What
What I
vid
need to
card do
do,
you
I
have?
have a stock heatsink. What I need to do is get a better heatsink, but it'll happen one of these
What
days.
vid card do you have?
Huh?
What kind of vid card do you have?
An HD 6970, I think.
Oh, you only have the 69.
Yeah. Yep. Alright, well, that's it for now. I'll be back in a little bit, guys. See you later.